Welcome, beautiful souls, to my channel, Creative Ego Presents. My name is Anna. My intention is to share with you practices and mindsets that have helped me to enjoy dating. So today we're going to talk about the benefits of dating. Um, I've heard a lot people speak negatively and unkindly about dating. They dislike dating, the entire process, being on the dating apps, going out on dates, and then having the person not be the one. So I wanted to share some positive experiences about dating in hopes to just shed a little truth, right? Truth is not one sided. There's positives and negatives to everything. And I just want to put out a video about the positives of dating. So the people that I meet, the people that you meet, are intelligent, kind, and they bring something new to your life that you may find valuable. So I have a couple stories. So the first one was something that happened many years ago. I was on an in-person date. We were sitting at the restaurant. I was holding the menu and my date noticed I'm holding it like really far back. And so he handed me his glasses. And at that time, I didn't wear glasses at all. It wasn't a thought to me to even wear glasses. Even as I'm noticing I'm putting things farther away in order to see them, just didn't occur to me to go get my eyes checked or that meant anything because I could still see. I just had to hold it kind of far back. So, anyways, he hands me his glasses and I can see the whole and I'm holding it like a reasonable space between me and the menu, not way out here. And he told me those are readers. You can get them pretty much anywhere at any local store, and they're pretty inexpensive. And so this was many years ago. So after that, I started to bring readers with me. I picked several pairs up. I have them in my office, in my car, in my purse. When I need them, I use them. And it's something that has stuck with me the whole time. And it was something that I needed. So God literally sent this man into my life to say, look, you can see better. You can enjoy your seeing experience better if you just throw on some readers. My next experience was with someone, and I like to call this my magnesium experience. And so this person, we were talking and texting. This guy kind of lived, I think, like 3 to 5 hours away from me, same state, just 3 to 5 hours away. And he was someone who had worked out for years. He made sure to work out daily. He did more of a intense workout than I did compared to what I was doing. Anyways, we're having a conversation. He made some suggestions, and he was talking to me about magnesium. And the interesting thing was, during that time, I would get this little ping in my leg, and then my body would tell me to eat certain foods. And so I didn't really know what the ping meant, but I would eat certain foods and the ping would go away. And he suggested a certain type of magnesium to start taking. And what was interesting is I started taking that. I still take it, but I don't take it daily. And the ping would go away. And so now, whenever I get the ping, I take that type of magnesium and the ping goes away. So it's my body's way of telling me that I'm deficient in magnesium and I need a little bit more. And also, I realized too, but putting two and two together during that time, the foods my body was having me crave after I get the ping had magnesium in it. So my body was trying to tell me, now it's pinging me right now, maybe I need to take magnesium. But my body was trying to tell me it needed more magnesium, but I didn't have the understanding of that. And so again, God sent this good looking man that I was texting and talking to. We never made it to an in person date. And yet still, I take that magnesium on occasion when I need it. It's amazing, right? Man added value to my life, never met him. The last experience I wanted to share is kind of cool, kind of in line with the magnesium experience a little bit because I work out. And at the time of this date, this was years ago, we had met at a park. It was an in-person date, but what I was working on was push-ups, and I had watched several videos. I'm watching these women do push-ups like men, like it's nothing. And I'm thinking, I do yoga, I plank, why can't I do a push up? And I would try and do a push up. And of course, I can plank, so I'm not shaky when I do it. But as I start to go down, I feel scared. I feel like I'm going to fall. I feel like I don't have the muscle to do that. So I was sharing with him where I was at in my push up journey. And we're walking the park and we're talking and we're getting to know each other, and he happened to be a personal trainer. And he shared with me some things that I could do that might help me gain the strength that I need and gain the skill and the confidence that I need to be able to do. I'm going to call them real push-ups, right? Face down, real like guys do them. And so we were walking around the park, and there was like this fence, and it was, probably to my belly button. And so he did the push-ups first, as he just stood up, leaned against the fence, and started doing some push-ups. And I'm thinking, oh my God, I can do that. And it doesn't put as much pressure on me to feel like I'm going to fall down. And so he said, oh, you can do them with stairs, you can do them with the wall, you can do it with the kitchen countertop. And he also showed me too how I could start with just being on the ground flat and then pushing up, instead of starting at the up position and then kind of going down, which is kind of scary for me because it wasn't something that I was used to doing. So, anyways, his suggestion stuck with me, and I still use it today. I am able to do push ups a lot better than when I had met him, but will still do those for push-ups because it's just a great way. I don't have to worry about my confidence. I'm not going to hurt myself even if I do fall. I have definitely gained muscle in my arms, and it's something this guy and I went on one in-person date. I don't think we ever went on another date again, and yet this is something that has added value to my life and stuck with me. So God brought this man into my life for a short period of time to help me do something I really, really wanted to learn how to do. So all these experiences gave me valuable information. I don't always know why God sends me, where God sends me. As long as I'm present and I'm open minded, I might actually get a gift. And these men certainly gave me gifts that benefited my life. So, a positive of dating is meeting great people who add value to my life, even if they're not going to stay in my life permanently, even if it's just temporary. The information they give me, though, can last forever, and it tends to be information that I can pass along to other people. So, some other positives of dating: spending time with someone, getting to know them. If I think of also the work world, is being able to be comfortable with people that you first meet, being able to make a good first impression, being calm and relaxed, getting used to that kind of interaction with someone you don't know where it's going to go, you don't know how it's going to go. These are superpowers that can benefit me in every area of my life. Also, another benefit of dating: good conversation. Like, how wonderful it is to meet someone new and just have a good conversation. People can give me a different perspective and a different way of looking at things. It helps me see the world in a different way that adds value to my life and benefits me. Also, I mean, I've gotten great recommendations for restaurants and things to do in my area that I didn't even know you could do. There's always interesting dating stories that we can share, and sometimes there's things that they share with me about what they're looking for in a forever person. And then I realize I can add that to my list. That would be something great for me to add. So I can use these dating experiences to make me more rigid, more judgmental, a way to see the world through a negative lens, or I can choose to see the value in these experiences. And I like to choose to see God's kids as valuable. So, my question to you: will you choose to see dating as something that you have to do, something that sucks and it's horrible? And when can I get out of this? Is that really the way that you want to see um, an area of your life? Or will you choose to see it as a blessing in your life, something that adds value to your life experiences? So you can use this to learn about yourself. Is how you perceive dating a healthy perspective for you? If it's healthy, great, keep it up, keep doing it. If it's not healthy, if it's an unhelpful perspective, then what can you do to change your perspective? Based on what I've just shared, maybe go on a date and practice seeing the value in that date, regardless of how it turns out. So lastly, if you have been dating and you see it in a negative way, you have kind of a negative outlook, take a moment and sit with what I've just shared with you. What if I'm right? What if you meet intelligent and kind people, even if they're not going to stay in your life permanently? What if it is a positive experience? What if God sent them to give you that piece of information that you need to get further along in your journey? We never know why we meet people, but dating is a great opportunity to practice connection, to practice seeing who you are and how you show up, and to practice allowing someone to get to know you and for you to get to know them. So I hope you found something useful in what I had to share. If you did, journal about it, talk to others, reason it out with others, try some of the things I suggested. You are worth the effort it takes to date from a healthy space. So thank you for being here. Take care, and I'll see you in my next video.